it's largely died down. But the important thing to understand is that the level of violence is driven really by the cartels. The Mexican army is great, the National Guard is great, the police are great, but it's really up to the cartels whether or not it's safe or not. They're very well organized, they're very well resourced, they know what they're doing. These are not punk kids with face tattoos. The cartels have body armor and guided missiles and rockets and armored personnel carriers. They're really an army in essence. So yes, it's quelled a little bit. There's still parts of the country that are still having some issues. We're still conducting operations to get onesies and twosies that are in cartel controlled territory. But the reality is we could wake up tomorrow and Mexico could be a war zone all over again. It's entirely up to the cartels.
Yeah, David, the Mexican government literally just decapitated the head of the most powerful and brutal cartel in Mexico, one infamous for its brutality and celebration of public executions and staging dead bodies in the streets. It's hard to believe that things are just going to now go back to normal, that there was this one spasm of violence and that's it.
Well, I don't think this is going to be a one spasm of violence. I think this was a reaction to taking out El Mencho. This was the reaction that their forces pushing back against the forces of Mexico. Now that everybody's settling back in their camps, there's approximately 37 separate cartels underneath the CJNG umbrella. Those 37 cartel leaders are all going to be vying for territory and for position in leadership. So therefore, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of inner violence, little mini civil war battles. I think they're all settling back in to their camps, looking at their resources and beginning to increase their weaponry. As your other guest is saying, that this is a military. This is not a gang MS-13 with some machetes. This is a full-fledged military. They've sent their send their members to the Ukraine to train in drone warfare, to operate, drone battles to instill incredible amounts of fear and damage. I think that this is just the beginning, and I think this is far from over.
David, we know that thousands and thousands of Americans are about to head to Mexico for spring break. I know one former CIA officer who said, do not go to Mexico. It's too volatile and too dangerous. Is he right?
Absolutely. I think that there's no way I would recommend anybody go to Mexico now or in the foreseeable future. Even before this event had popped off and this incident occurred, I was letting my family members know who were going to go down their vacation, don't go, because in an instant, as you can see from the violence, in an instant, it brews up and it ignites. I would tell any parent, don't send their children, don't pay for it, take the loss. It is not worth the money, because individuals like your guest there and myself, we were doing a lot of renditions and helping out my clients that were in Mexico and on the Yucatan Peninsula, far away, but they're still seeing violence. And I was getting them extracted, and that's tens of thousands of dollars. It's not worth the life of your child. I would definitely not recommend traveling to Mexico now or in the foreseeable future, because there's so much destabilization right now.
Yeah, it's worth noting Mexico City is there are a lot of high-level business meetings happening in Mexico City. It's a big hub for big business. But getting back to, because, all these spring breakers, Bryan, when you were there, you said things had calmed down. Were you also in other parts of Mexico, or just in Guadalajara and near Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, we're actually still here. I'm actually I'm in Puerto Vallarta as I talk to you at the moment. This conflict, the big dramatic spike has ceased a little bit. It's still ongoing in random spots, but the reality is Mexico hasn't been truly safe for a really long time. The cartels aren't new, and they're also not going anywhere. And it's very challenging for us as a nonprofit at Grateful Rescue. As you know, we don't charge people money.
Right.
So we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people reach out as this spiked, and we would ask people, well, why did you come here, knowing that it's complicated? And they said, well, I wanted to go surfing. There's wonderful surfing to be had in America. There's lots of other good surf spots where there aren't cartels, and we recommend everybody to Mexico's a beautiful country, and we love the Mexicans. The Mexican government have been great partners. It's a beautiful country. There's so much to offer, and it's very sad what's happening. But the reality is it costs tens of thousands of dollars to get people out of these crazy places where life is cheap. Yeah. Life is cheap. We need to remember the cartels, they're not fighting for God or political capital or terrain or some geopolitical
They're fighting for
religious
money
lofty
and
thing.
drugs and power. Yeah. Okay.
It's a business. It's a business, and you have to treat it as such.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.